video is about assembling the ecoSTEM house, and what we have to begin with is the completed ecoSTEM house for you to look at. This is what it'll look like when it's all done. Let me point out some of the features of it. First, here in the front we have 3 rechargeable batteries, and then we have our control panel, and the control panel has 8 switches on it, and the switches are there to bring in either power sources like the batteries, the solar panels, and the wind turbine, and loads to bring in things like the LED lights in the ceiling, the fans, and also an attachment here for our supercap car, which is not shown, but it's covered in another video. The house itself can be taken apart. And then on the right side of the roof we have 2 solar panels, and these are the flexible type solar panels. These are the rigid crystalline solar panels. We can take the roof off and actually look at the ceiling. We'll be getting into this as we assemble it. What we have is 2 sets of LEDs, a group of 4 here, a group of 4 here, and 2 ceiling fans. What I'll do now is I'll turn on the batteries and turn on one set of LEDs, turn on the other group, turn on the fan, and turn on the other fan. So these are our loads, and this is what we'll be experimenting with in our experiments. But the ceiling can go back very, very easily. The roof can go back on, like so. We have the other parts. I'll introduce you to them right now individually. These are the solar panels, the rigid solar panels for the carport roof. This is a pair of the flexible solar panels, and you can see they really are flexible. And we have some wiring for the rigid solar panels, some wiring and connectors for the LEDs, some mechanical hardware to put the house together, rechargeable batteries, some fans and motors, some hardware for our control panel. This is our electronic control panel with the terminals, the switches, and the electronics, and also a USB interface to your computer. Some tape, and then some extra pieces that you'll need to put things together, like a common pair of scissors, Phillips head screwdriver, and Phillips head is the one with the pointy end to it, a pair of wire cutters, and most importantly, safety glasses. We'll be using the safety glasses during our assembly all the time, and we hope and expect that you do too, because safety glasses are the most important thing. Anything can happen, a thing can fly off, so we want you to be protected, so always use your safety glasses. So this is how we start. This is our acrylic plastic pieces, and these are the major pieces of the house. First we'll start with the front wall, and you'll see the front wall has windows, a door, and another set of windows. This is the back wall. It has a couple of nice looking windows here. These are the side walls, and they're different. This is the left side wall, and it has a window here. And the right side wall is where it's going to attach to the carport, so it has these 2 sets of slots in here and a hole, so just be aware of that. We'll get into this as soon as we put it together. Those are the clear pieces. Then we have the smoke pieces. These 2 pieces are the carport roof, and notice they have a hole here and slots here, and they will be arranged such that the holes and the slots correspond to exactly where they should be placed, and we'll show you that. These two pieces are the house roof panels. They're the same. And then we have the ceiling. It has 3 holes. 2 holes basically for the 2 fans and 1 hole to grab into with the finger. We have the section here for a group of 4 LEDs and another section here for a group of 4 LEDs. And finally, we have our base. And this is our large base. This holds everything together, and this is the support for the entire house. Now the first thing we want to do, including the base, is remove the paper backing off of each one of these pieces. This will take a little time, but we have to do it anyway, so to start our assembly, we're going to start with the base, and then we're going to locate the mechanical house parts and open up the bag, and just for the time being, pull out the 4 black rubber feet. Put the bag aside. This is the top part of the base, so let's flip it over. And let's put the 4 feet on each corner. Just peel it off of the backing. Put the 4 feet on each corner, like I said. And that's about it. Flip the base over. The next step is to locate the bag that says control panel mounting hardware. We've emptied out the hardware already. It consists of 8 half-inch standoffs, 4 3/4-inch standoffs, our little protective plastic plate, and I think about 12 machine screws, and of course our electronic control panel. So we're going to put the base aside, and we're going to work on the assembly of the standoffs on the control panel. This is how we start. Take our control panel and locate the 8 holes in the control panel on the both of the long edges. Start with a 1/2 inch standoff. Take one of the machine screws, put it through the hole. We'll do the corners first, and just simply screw on, finger tight, one of the standoffs. Now do this for the next 4 here. Now that we have the 4 1/2-inch standoffs on the left side of the control board, let's take one of our 3/4-inch standoffs, put that through the top end of the circuit board, and screw in another one of our 1/2-inch standoffs so it looks like this, and do that for the next 3. So when we're done putting our threaded standoffs in the control panel, it ought to look like this. We have the 4 3/4-inch standoffs here above the electronics. We have the other 8 on the bottom. The next thing to do is to put our clear plastic protective cover on it. So put that on top, and just with a machine screw, finger tight, to each of the 4 holes. To complete the assembly, to take your Phillips head screwdriver, and simply tighten down the 4 screws. Like so. And that should do it. So our control panel is all put together, and we'll go to the next step and put our control panel on the base of our ecoSTEM hub. So let's take our control panel and locate the 8 holes in our base. It says control panel here. Kind of position the control panel there and gently tip up the base. Get a hold of one of the machine screws. Insert it through one of the holes in the base. And with your fingers just sort of put it there finger tight so it's kind of on there. And do this for the rest of the 7 screws, and then tighten the 7 screws.